Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. Occasionally, I have found that a number of analysts arrive at about the same forecast for XRP's future price. Indeed, the present is such a day. Even XRP skeptics believe the cryptocurrency's value will skyrocket in the near future. Even famed chart analyst Peter Brandt, who has previously termed entropy a complete hoax. In fact, he concurs that preparations are being made for a substantial pump. As soon as we start the video, I'll give you his exact words. But that seems to be the implication here. This has been the subject of numerous articles in the crypto media. However, I feel obligated to say that a widespread feeling exists that we are on the verge of something very momentous. It's also intriguing to me that chart analysts are referencing this evidence solely on the basis of what they observe in the charts. So forget about the fact that the SEC Ripple case will eventually come to a close here. In the not-too-distant future. In a word, yes. And so long as that continues, XRP is likely to experience a meteoric rise in value. But even beyond that, as evidenced by this headline from the Crypto Fundamental, they claim that XRP is about to shatter critical yearly resistance and is preparing for a parabolic rise. There is certainly no lack of instances here. The other thing I want to call attention to is towards the end of the video. It's not something I typically hear people talking about, but the fact that it was brought up in a recent article made me realize that this is something I do want to discuss. The idea is based on the fact that there just isn't a lot of crypto available. Bitcoin and XRP can be discussed freely. Not much is genuinely for sale at the moment. It's a fact that there isn't. And that's a consideration too. Only about 1% of all humans have ever owned XRP, and its all-time high was near $4 just over half a decade ago. Well, what happens if we have clarity here and more people, over time, invest in crypto for the first time, and institutional money, over time, invests in crypto in an increasingly large way? Let me tell you, there really isn't much available. If you look at the market cap, you'll see that nearly all of it is unavailable for purchase at the moment. You can't just go to an exchange and purchase up most of the XRP out there. But before we go any further, I should mention that I have zero experience in the financial sector. Nothing I say or write should be taken as recommendations to purchase or sell any security. For fun and as a pastime, I enjoy making videos about crypto-related topics to share on YouTube. Okay, then. Bitcoin is currently worth $30,586 at the time this excerpt was recorded. Bitcoin has a 49.8% share of the asset class's $1.19 trillion market valuation. I'm glad to hear that. I plan on waiting for it to go up a little further before initiating a cycle of money out of Bitcoin and into other large cap coins. The Bitcoin hegemony will collapse, and then collapse again. This is something we've seen countless times before. The crypto fear and greed index currently sits at 62%. That's why all the cute little retail lemmings can rest easy knowing they're being selfish pigs. 62 out of 100. The outcome of the SEC's investigation into the ripple effect, though, could produce a seismic upheaval in the market. This sort of, legal expertise, should we say, has never before been encountered by a large cap coin. So, if we do obtain favorable information, I anticipate XRP will surge the most. It's reasonable to assume that if one coin benefits, others would as well, which would be good news for cryptocurrency in general. Some news articles do make me smile or laugh out loud. Another example from the Cryptic Basics. The article suggests that XRP's price might rise by 482% to $3.30 or 51,000% to $250 based on previous price movements. Okay, so you know who I am. I'm the XRP shill around here. I like to look on the bright side of life. My primary cryptocurrency holding is XRP, which is also my personal favorite for many reasons. Here they say $3.30 if you want to speak about how close we are to the all-time high. Okay? However, the alternative costs $250. Okay. Some space between those two figures. 51,100% caught my eye. Come on, folks, you made me laugh a little. I mean, come on, isn't it a little far-fetched? Also, I'm not implying that XRP won't ever hit triple digits. I have no idea if that will ever occur, but the possibility doesn't surprise me. Today, there is a lot more money floating around the world that could potentially pour into that, driving up the price significantly. Like, there's a lot more cash lying around than there should be for it to occur. Therefore, this does not guarantee that it will occur. But if you're talking about XRP reaching $250 in the near future, you lost me a long time ago. This isn't going to work out in the near future. Then there's the headline I mentioned at the start of the video, about a parabolic pump. See below for excerpt. Parabolic pump excerpt geared to finally crack long-standing, significant resistance. And I guess what I really need is a pointer with a wider tip. Numerous analysts, including a few referenced in the post, have made similar claim. For example, here's an analyst by the name of Crypto Michael, who tweeted earlier this month that XRP is getting close to a big resistance level that has held for a whole year. It will result if it passes this test. Utilizing a parabolic pump. A few days ago, he wrote that he should be able to break through the key resistance level if he hits it again. And then they quote another analyst here that I've never heard of before. I do a lot of reading about cryptocurrencies online, but I'm not familiar with this person. They also make reference to optimism there, not that it signifies anything. But that's not all I've witnessed. To what extent, then, have you seen the latest video from the blockchain advocate? I don't want to repeat what has already been said because I avoid repetition at all costs, but I'm happy to discuss the viewpoint presented. The range of $10 to $13 was mentioned as a possible end price for XRP, despite his most well-known prediction being $12. He did allow for the possibility of an even larger spike, though, once it reaches the $25 level. But he's not saying for sure that it will come to pass, rather, he's conceding that there's a theoretical future point where that would make astrological sense. Again, I recommend checking out his channel for more information on the matter. While he does a fine job of explaining everything himself, I feel compelled to point out that many analysts see significant XRP price changes on the horizon. After doing some research, he tweeted, "This is the blockchain backer XRP bull run price based on Elliott wave triangle and pass versus 2021 Bitcoin and Ethereum bull runs." Maybe I should have watched the video yesterday, but I did it today. But then someone added Peter as a tag. Right, Peter Brandt. He has been a trader for decades upon decades and is widely regarded as one of the best analysts in the cryptocurrency industry. Is not fond of XRP. Since he feels it's a con, his suspicions are valid. However, I don't require consensus on the best cryptocurrency. I think he's wrong, but I don't need to agree with them to be interested in hearing their side of the story. Not a problem. Whatever. Oh, and he works in cryptography, too. Remember when I said that I got into crypto in late 2017? Well, he predicted the market's peak in December of that year, and he also called the bottom in December of the following year, in the middle of the month. The true low was on December 15th, or whenever it was, and it was probably around $3,200. So, he's made some excellent judgment calls. Simply said, I disagree with him regarding XRP. But even he, and this is why I want to emphasize it, is an example of why, when there is an XRP hater out there saying, yeah, XRP looks like it might move, I am going to listen. Someone has tagged Peter Brandt in this post, asking him to create a chart of XRP so that their blockchain projects can be compared to his. Please, Becker. To your credit, sir. Case can be made, said Peter Brandt, attaching the graph you see on your screen now. There will soon be a dramatic increase in XRP. So even XRP's detractors agree with that. Consequently, quite a lot of wonderful things. The bear market of 2022 has ended, as you well know. Aside from that, additional institutional money is expected to pour in, and the SEC versus Ripple litigation is nearing its conclusion. And this is something I'd want to talk about for a minute or two. Invest Answers reports that the daily HODL bullish Bitcoin signal has now gone off for the first time. This is related to the widespread belief that the amount of available crypto is very little. So while Bitcoin is his primary focus here, the same holds true for XRP or pretty much any other cryptocurrency. Not much is for sale, and there aren't many people working in the crypto industry at the moment. In that case, you deserve praise and admiration. If you're listening to this in 2023, you're ahead of the curve compared to the vast majority of people who will eventually enter the cryptocurrency market. One Bitcoin signal is showing positive for the first time in the history of the crypto kings, according to a crypto strategist who is well regarded. According to Invest Answers' anonymous presenter and his or her 444,000 YouTube subscribers, Bitcoin's tradable quantity is decreasing for the first time in history just before a halving event. Those coins that are not being held by hodlers or investors make up the available supply. Very less experience in marketing the leading crypto asset. The next halving event for Bitcoin is predicted to occur in April of 2019, and it will drop the reward for mining from 6.25 Bitcoin to 3.125 Bitcoin. Not that it won't have any effect at all, I might add. That's right, halving has always been halving. Oh, right. What you mean is clear to us. However, I do believe that the effect will diminish further with each successive halving. Virtually all Bitcoins can now be considered mined. Therefore, having a number that is already close to zero won't accomplish much. But in any case, let's be clear, I'm not claiming that this issue is irrelevant, rather, I'm arguing that its significance is dwindling. In my defense, I will argue that. But here's a quotation from the chart's explanation. The percentage of total supply that hodlers can access, as seen above, the black dots represent the actual halving cycles. For the first time in the history of halving cycles, the supply is decreasing even before the cycle has begun. And it is just plain cool, quote end. The dealer thinks the supply decline could spark a significant price increase. He predicted that the future would bring a massive bull run because of the current supply shortage. It could be this bull run or the next one, but one thing is certain, it will happen. The reason behind this is that the supply of Bitcoin is decreasing while the demand for it keeps growing. That's right, things are getting harder at a faster rate. He also predicts that demand for the asset would rise and supply will tighten as a result of increased institutional adoption, such as BlackRock's proposal for a spot Bitcoin ETF. Okay, well, have a look at this. The total quantity of Bitcoin available for purchase today has decreased, but more funds are expected to arrive soon. I don't understand how anyone who is aware of what I'm about to reveal could possibly be unenthusiastic about this possibility. I don't believe it's possible for me to overstate the significance of this move with BlackRock getting into crypto, so take a look at this comment and think this is completely right on. Technically, they made an entry announcement and worked with Coinbase last summer. However, the most important one is the spot Bitcoin ETF. So, his words are here, and the authorities may be found here. There will be dozens upon dozens of new investors joining BlackRock, Fidelity, Deutsche Bank, Crédit Agricole, Citadel, and dozens upon dozens more. These few firms oversee $27 trillion, yes, trillion, in assets. Some experts have estimated that even if only 0.3% of, which I highlighted in a handful of recent videos. If all of BlackRock's AUM were to be invested in cryptocurrency, that would be enough to buy every Bitcoin and every XRP currently on the market. What actually occurs is an influx of capital, which causes prices to rise. $500 billion, he adds, is how much Bitcoin is worth on the market. It's really absurd. Not even a tenth of that $500 billion market cap is up for grabs. I'll leave the math to you folks. Every day, I look forward to seeing the results of this experiment since it is the most beautiful macro and economic experiment I have ever seen. Quote ends. Yep. I feel the same way about that idea. I've mentioned it several times. I haven't mentioned this in quite some time, but back when prices were rising rapidly in 2020 and 2021, I remember discussing it at length. And it's true, there isn't a lot of crypto available. Only a tiny fraction of all crypto in existence is actually usable at any given time. And then, if you think I'm early, as I believe we all are, it's as simple as what you said, do the arithmetic. You can do the math now. I don't think you'll end up being dissatisfied. The current state of crypto is fraught with uncertainty, particularly from a legal standpoint. Simply put, I see a lot of potential. I guess I'll just have to sit tight and see how this turns out. There's a reason why crypto has been so transformative for so many individuals, and I have faith that it will remain so for the foreseeable future. It's a chance for regular people to improve their financial situation and maybe amass substantial money. You can't get the same return on investment anywhere else on Earth. I'm not denying the existence of exceptional chances presented by specific equities or other investments. But if we're talking about a certain type of investment, our species has never seen something like this before. Again, many thanks for coming. A thrilling era. No, I don't give out financial advice. Nothing I say or write should be used as a basis for making financial decisions. Please like and subscribe as always. See you later, bye.